So, hello there again, my friends. This is Craig, and welcome to my channel, The Atheist Experiment. I'll give you a quick update on my health. There's not a lot to tell at this point. I'm doing very well. I had to start using an inhaler to control the pneumonitis because it wasn't getting any better. And I seem to be feeling much better after a couple of weeks of using that. I also found out that my thyroid was almost non-functional, but that can also be compensated for with drugs, so there's no real concern there, and not at this point. I'm continuing my monthly immunotherapy, and I have about 6 more months of that to go, but all in all, things are good. So, most people who know me know that I don't like tattoos. Not because I have anything against tattoos. I'm quite happy for people who have them, and I like them. They're just not for me. And it's for 2 reasons. First, it seems to me people get tattoos because they are meaningful to them in some way. They inspire a memory or an aspiration or a show of affection or a personal interest. I just never had that need to memorialize those things in my life by artistically displaying them on my body. Second, and most importantly for me, I think it could get in the way of my own growth as a skeptic and as a learner of new ideas and continuous learner. I wouldn't want to paint an idea on my skin only to find out new information many years later that would make me second guess my decision. But then I feel like I have to stick to that original idea because it's permanently inked on my body, and I have spent so many years perpetuating something that I may now no longer believe in, only to continue hanging on to a bad idea. I want to be able to let go of my bad ideas and replace them with better ones. I want to know as many true things as possible and as few false things as possible. So, now I have a tattoo. In fact, I have 4 tattoos. 1 in the middle of my chest, another a few inches down on my abdomen, and 1 on each side of my ribcage. Each one is a tiny blue dot, smaller than a freckle. Most people will never even notice that they are there when I remove my shirt, but I know they're there. These 4 tattoos were put on me by the radiation technicians so that they could place me exactly in the right position for my radiation treatments and be sure they are dosing me in exactly the same spot every time I show up for treatment. I had a total of 30 treatments to go along with my chemo. Now, every single morning, I wake up and go into the bathroom to shave and get ready for the day. And when I look in the mirror, I am reminded in a moment of all the horrible shit I went through during my fight with cancer. The day I had my lung biopsy through my back, and I had a panic attack on the table because it was so painful and disturbing. The day I got my diagnosis of 2 tumors, one in my lung and the other in a lymph node in my lung. Stage 3, they said. The day I got my prognosis, which was a 25% chance to live. The first day of treatment, the nausea, the vertigo, the time Luba could not get me to the car and I went for my treatment by ambulance. the day I cried to Luba that I couldn't take the sickness anymore because it was becoming too much to handle. The fatigue and constipation and loss of weight. The pain of the pulmonary embolism that I had, and thinking I just had a pulled muscle, and again going to emerge by ambulance, and then waiting in emerge for what seemed like an eternity. The feeling of being so close to death while I fought for every breath, and the painful recovery from that experience. The excruciating withdrawal effects from getting off the painkillers. The 2 weeks of depression and anxiety and crying. All of this goes through my mind in a flash every morning. Now when I see that pale blue dot in the middle of my chest. But then a few days ago, it occurred to me, the pale blue dot. Carl Sagan coined that phrase in 1990. You see, Voyager 1 was launched in 1977, and I was only 7 years old. And Carl was on the advisory council. Its mission was to explore the outer solar system. When Voyager 1 was around 6 billion kilometers from Earth, Carl Sagan petitioned NASA to turn the camera around and take a picture of Earth. At first, NASA said no. That's ridiculous. That has no scientific value. Carl continued to push to get this picture taken, exclaiming that there is more to exploratory science than just mere collection of data. We are humans, and we are curious. They finally gave in. They turned the camera around, and lo and behold, there was Earth. And they took the shot. At 6 billion kilometers, that's billion with a B, Earth doesn't even fill an entire pixel in the picture. But there it was, the pale blue dot. It became one of the most influential and existential pictures ever taken from space, second only to the first picture of Earth taken on the first Apollo mission to the moon, called Earthrise on the Moon. The pale blue dot, where everyone you ever knew, dead or alive, and where every event in history ever happened, all captured in less than a pixel. And I have one in the middle of my chest. In fact, I have 4 of them. And I am honored to have that historical picture forever tattooed on my body, and it now has an entirely new meaning for me when I look in the mirror every morning, and I'm excited for the future. What's the lesson for me? It's this. My house can be taken away from me. My car can be taken away from me. My internet can be taken away. My books can be taken away. My health can be taken away. Even my mind or my personality can be taken away, and even the people who are close to me can be taken away from me. But my thoughts are mine. I get to keep those. No one can take them away, and no one has any right to them. When someone says, "What are you thinking?" I like to say, "None of your business. My thoughts are the only things that are truly mine." So my thoughts can be a powerful tool to help me deal with difficulties or tragedies in my life. I can think my way out of anything. I have the power. Sometimes it may take a while for the right thought to present itself. And the thought isn't always going to save me from whatever ails me. I'm not saying it's magic, but it's all I really have, so I do the best with them that I can. I only get one life as far as I know. One chance at this, so I will do the best I can and empower myself with my thoughts. I won't let negativity rule my life. I'll be negative or angry or sad when I need to, but I won't hold on to it. Eventually, I will let it go. And I will hope that great truth and happiness will come to me. I implore you to do the same. Whomever you've lost would want you to continue on with your life and find your happiness. That is what I would want for my loved ones if it were my time to go. By the way, Voyager 1 long outlasted its expected lifespan. It left the solar system in 2012. It is the fastest vehicle ever created by humans, traveling at 62,000 kilometers per hour, and it is still transmitting data from interstellar space 44 years after its launch from Earth. It is the farthest thing we have ever sent out into space, and if it were to look backwards on us now, our sun would simply be the brightest star in the night sky. I am Craig Hounsell, and I am still transmitting data. Please follow the link in the description below to a 3-minute video to find out more about the pale blue dot, narrated by one of my heroes who died of pneumonia brought on by MDS cancer in 1996, Carl Sagan. Thank you.
Hey there, my friends. If you enjoy my videos and you would like to see more, subscribe. And don't forget to scroll down and hit the little bell so you can get notifications. I will be putting out a video every Sunday evening, and if you like it, hit the like button. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Also, leave a comment and let me know what you think. Catch you next time, and have a great week.